Under the scorching sun of the Philippines, a barefoot boy throws punches at the air, his stomach empty, but his spirit unbroken. Around him, poverty is all he knows. Yet in his eyes burns a dream too fierce to die. That boy's name is Manny Pacquiao. No one watching him then could have imagined he would one day conquer the boxing world and become a legend across 8 divisions. His journey is nothing short of miraculous. Background: boy from 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡. Manny Pacquiao was born in 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡, Bukidnon, a small rural town in the Philippines where survival was the daily fight. His family struggled to afford even basic necessities. Many nights, there was no dinner, only the sound of his mother praying that tomorrow would be kinder. As the eldest son, Manny felt the weight of responsibility early. When his father left, the burden grew heavier. He dropped out of school and started selling donuts and water on the streets to help his family survive. But no matter how hard life hit, he never stopped dreaming. Boxing became his escape. At 14, he left home with nothing but a bag of clothes and a belief that he could make something of himself. He took a ferry to Manila, sleeping on cardboard under bridges, sometimes going days without food. The city was harsh, but it offered him something his hometown never could: opportunity. He found his way into a boxing gym, hungry in every sense of the word. Each punch he threw carried the pain of his past and the hope of a better future. That's where the legend of Manny Pacquiao truly began. Rise through the weight classes, unmatched ambition. When Manny Pacquiao first stepped into a professional ring at just 16 years old, he weighed barely 106 pounds. No one could have predicted that this skinny teenager would one day rise through 8 different weight divisions and dominate them all. His early fights in small, dimly lit arenas were brutal tests of endurance and willpower. Every victory brought a little more food on the table and a little more hope. His breakthrough came in 1998 when he won his first world title as a flyweight. But that was only the beginning. As he climbed divisions, each new class brought bigger opponents, heavier punches, and louder doubters. Yet every time, Pacquiao answered with speed, precision, and heart. He stunned the boxing world when he dismantled legends like Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, and Juan Manuel Marquez. Then came his most defining era. In 2009, he floored Ricky Hatton with a left hand so fast that fans barely saw it. Months later, he demolished Miguel Cotto to capture his 7th world title. By the time he reached his 8th division, Manny Pacquiao was no longer just a fighter from the Philippines. He was a symbol of limitless ambition, rewriting what human determination could achieve. Training, technique, and relentless work ethic. Behind every victory stood a level of training few could endure. Manny Pacquiao's preparation was as fierce as his fights. His mornings began before sunrise, pounding the pavement on long uphill runs through General Santos City. Sweat poured down his face as he raced the sun, his mind locked on one thing: being better than yesterday. In the gym, there was no mercy. Freddie Roach, his longtime trainer, pushed him through endless rounds of mitt work, each combination faster than the last. The sound of gloves cracking echoed like gunfire. His footwork was lightning. His hands were blurs. Yet his real weapon was his work ethic. Pacquiao didn't stop until everyone else had. He mixed old-school routines with modern conditioning. Jump rope sessions sharpened his rhythm. Heavy bag drills built his endurance. Sparring partners rotated constantly because few could keep up with his pace. He trained not just to win, but to overwhelm, to be faster, stronger, and more relentless than anyone he faced. Even after becoming a champion, he never eased up. Success didn't soften him, it fueled him. When asked why he pushed so hard, Pacquiao once said, "I remember the days when I had nothing. That's what keeps me going." Every punch he threw was a reminder of where he came from and how far he refused to fall back. Mindset and sacrifice, the champ's inner game. Manny Pacquiao's true strength wasn't only in his fists, it lived in his mind and his spirit. From the beginning, he fought with something most opponents never understood: desperation. Losing was never an option, because defeat meant hunger, not headlines. That mindset stayed with him long after he earned his first millions. His faith became his anchor. Every morning began with prayer. Every fight ended with gratitude. He often said his power came from God, and whether you believe that or not, his faith gave him unshakable peace. When pressure crushed others, Pacquiao smiled. He knew that every challenge was another test of purpose, but greatness demanded sacrifice. While others enjoyed fame and comfort, Pacquiao trained when he was exhausted, studied film when he was sore, and pushed when no one was watching. His family endured the loneliness of his constant travel and grueling camps. He carried the hopes of an entire nation on his shoulders, yet never let it weigh him down. There were moments when he fell, defeats that could have broken lesser men. But Pacquiao always returned stronger, wiser, hungrier. To him, failure wasn't an end, it was fuel. That mental armor, built from years of struggle and faith, made him more than a champion. It made him unbreakable. Legacy and impact beyond the ring. By the time Manny Pacquiao reached the pinnacle of his career, he was more than a boxer. He was a national hero, a man whose every victory sent millions of Filipinos into celebration. Streets would empty when he fought. Crime rates reportedly dropped to zero. The entire country watched their champion, united by pride and hope. But his legacy extended beyond the ring. Pacquiao used his fame to lift others, not himself. He built homes for the poor, funded schools, and gave away much of his earnings to those in need. Later, he entered politics to serve his country, determined to fight poverty the same way he fought opponents, with heart and courage. Globally, Pacquiao became a symbol of perseverance and humility. Even his rivals spoke of his respect and grace. Few athletes in history balanced ferocity and competition with compassion in life as he did. From the streets of Manila to the bright lights of Las Vegas, his story reminded the world that greatness doesn't begin in comfort. It begins in hunger, faith, and the refusal to quit. Manny Pacquiao's gloves may have rested, but his impact still fights on in every dreamer who refuses to give up. Lessons for anyone. Manny Pacquiao's story is proof that no dream is too distant and no struggle too deep to rise from. He showed the world that greatness isn't born from talent alone, but from consistency, faith, and a heart that refuses to surrender. Whether in sports, business, or life, his journey teaches one truth: you don't need perfect conditions to win, only the courage to begin. Conclusion: the rise of a fighter who knew no limits. From a hungry boy throwing punches in the streets to a global icon who conquered 8 divisions, Manny Pacquiao's life redefines possibility. His journey reminds us that greatness is not inherited. It's earned through pain, faith, and perseverance. He didn't just fight opponents, he fought life itself, and he won.